Over 60? Drink these 3 teas to rebuild muscle and walk strong again. Imagine this. You wake up on a beautiful morning. Sunlight filters through your window. Birds are softly chirping. You set your feet on the floor, and the first thing you notice is that your legs no longer feel heavy. No more of that bone-deep fatigue. You stand tall, take your first steps, and feel your muscles responding. Flexible, steady, as if they've been recharged overnight. Sounds far-fetched? Actually, many people over 60 believe that weakness, shaky legs, or walking with hesitation are just inevitable parts of aging. But recent studies have shown that this can absolutely change, and the way to change it is simpler than you think. No expensive medications, no exhausting workouts, just a small daily habit that takes only a few minutes. The secret lies in the cup of tea you drink each day. But not just any tea. I'm talking about 3 special kinds of tea, backed by numerous studies and health experts, that can help your body rebuild muscle, improve blood circulation, reduce inflammation, and most importantly, help you regain strength in your legs. What they all have in common: they're gentle, safe, easy to enjoy, and bring gradual yet lasting results. And here's the fun part. The order I'm about to share isn't like any list you've heard before. I'll start with a tea that most people would never expect, but it holds the key to restoring lost muscle strength over time. Many people report that within just a few weeks of trying it, their legs feel steadier, their walk more stable, and their energy noticeably renewed. In this video, you'll discover the first tea that helps you sleep deeper, ease stress, and rebuild muscle while you rest. The second tea that wakes up your energy and alertness throughout the day, so your legs no longer feel like they're dragging with fatigue. The third tea, a true warrior against inflammation and poor circulation, that makes every step feel lighter and more comfortable. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal a small tip that almost no one talks about. But when combined with these teas, it can double their power to keep your muscles strong and your stride confident well into your 60s and beyond. Trust me, you'll want to know this secret. So let's begin with the first secret tea. 1. Ashwagandha root tea, the secret to muscle recovery through sleep and balance. You know, there's something many people over 60 tend to overlook. Muscle weakness, especially in the legs, isn't just because we don't exercise enough or because aging slows us down. It's also due to internal pressure, the pressure of stress, poor sleep, and hormonal imbalance. And if you don't address these root causes, no matter how much protein you eat or how many exercises you do, progress will be limited. I've worked with many people just like that. They exercise regularly, eat a decent diet, and yet they still complain, my legs still feel shaky, or after walking for a bit, I'm exhausted, or I wake up still tired. And when I ask about their sleep, stress levels, or if they often feel anxious, almost everyone says yes. That's when I know the issue isn't just muscular. It's neurological, hormonal, and deeply tied to how the body responds to stress. And you know what? There's a herbal root that has been used in India for thousands of years to deal with exactly those issues. It's called ashwagandha. Unfamiliar name? In Sanskrit, it means smell of a horse, because it was believed that taking it could give a person the strength and endurance of a strong horse. Sounds a bit poetic, right? But the meaning goes deeper. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen, a rare class of herbs that help bring your body back into balance, no matter if you're overly tired, overly stressed, or feeling weak. In ancient India, warriors would drink ashwagandha root decoctions before heading into battle to stay calm and resilient. In families, elders used it to sleep better, ease body aches, and keep their muscles from wasting away. And now, modern science is finally catching up with this traditional wisdom. Numerous studies have confirmed ashwagandha's benefits for health, particularly for muscle strength and leg recovery. What makes ashwagandha especially powerful for those over 60 is that it doesn't just focus on one issue. It addresses several root causes at once. 1. Reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol acts like a chemical storm in the body, eating away at muscle tissue and encouraging belly fat. When cortisol is high, your body is stuck in survival mode. Only when cortisol drops can the body switch to rebuild and recover mode. 2. Supports testosterone and growth hormone levels. These two hormones are key for maintaining muscle mass and strength, especially in men. For women, they help sustain energy and stable metabolism. One study showed that after just 8 weeks of ashwagandha supplementation, middle-aged participants experienced significant muscle strength improvements in both upper and lower body. 3. Deep sleep equals muscle repair time. Many older adults report that their sleep is light, interrupted, and unrefreshing. But deep sleep is when the body repairs muscle tissue, regenerates nerves, and restores energy. Ashwagandha contains triethylene glycol, a compound that boosts deep sleep duration, helping you not just sleep longer, but better. 4. Nervous system support, for coordination and balance. Many falls in older adults aren't due to weak muscles, but delayed or faulty brain-to-leg signals. When the myelin sheath of nerves is damaged, movement becomes clumsy. Ashwagandha helps regenerate this protective nerve coating, improving signal clarity and reducing risk of stumbles and falls. I'll never forget Mr. Try, 67, who came to me saying he couldn't walk more than a few dozen meters without his legs giving out, climbing stairs, only while holding onto the railing tightly. I recommended he try a cup of ashwagandha tea each evening before bed. At first, he was skeptical. How could tea help? But just 3 weeks later, he called me and said, "I can't believe it. I wake up and my legs feel steadier. Climbing stairs is easier. And I'm finally sleeping deeply again." That's when I knew he'd found what his body really needed. How to brew ashwagandha root tea. Use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried ashwagandha root. Add 300 milliliters of water. Bring to a boil, then reduce to a gentle simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. Strain and pour into a cup. Optional. Add cinnamon for warmth or honey for taste. Drink it warm, ideally 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. For me, this is the perfect way to switch off after a long day and help my body enter recovery mode. Of course, this isn't a miracle fix overnight. But if you stick with it daily, after 4 to 6 weeks, you'll start to notice real changes. Lighter legs, steadier steps, deeper rest. And when you realize you can walk farther or stand longer without tiring, you'll understand. You've found something you've been needing for a long time. Ashwagandha isn't just tea. It's a gentle reminder that muscle health doesn't come only from what you eat or how you train. It also comes from how well you manage stress, balance your hormones, and give your body the rest it truly needs. Each night, as you sip, you're sending your body a message. Now is the time to heal. Now is the time to regain strength. And with patience, step by step, you'll feel your legs and your whole self transform. Part 2. Ginger Turmeric Tea, the golden warrior against inflammation and a source of energy for the legs. You know, if I had to pick one type of tea that's easy to make, tastes good, and can actually change how your legs feel after just a short time, I wouldn't hesitate to choose ginger turmeric tea. I often jokingly call it the golden warrior, not just because of its warm golden color, but because of the strength it brings to the body, especially to those legs that have carried our whole bodies through many years. Just imagine this. You're walking, and your legs feel like they're weighed down with lead. Every step feels like a drag. Or you wake up in the morning, sit up, and your knees feel stiff. It takes a few minutes just to stretch them out. That's not just because your muscles are weak. A big part of it comes from silent inflammation inside your body that you don't even realize is there. These inflammatory responses are like tiny little fires burning quietly, making your joints swell, your muscles ache, and slowing down the blood flow to your legs. And this is where ginger and turmeric step in. They're both anti-inflammatory warriors that nature gave us. Ginger has gingerol, a powerful compound that calms swelling and boosts blood circulation. Turmeric has curcumin, a substance proven by hundreds of studies to block enzymes that cause inflammation, relieve pain, and help muscles recover faster after activity. When you combine them in a warm cup of tea, you're sending your body a natural medicine that puts out those internal fires and opens up the blood pathways down to your legs. I've seen many people change from just this one small habit. There's a woman I know, Ms. Hung, 62 years old. Every morning, she used to say, "My legs feel so heavy. Just climbing the stairs makes me want to give up halfway." I showed her how to make ginger turmeric tea. It's really simple. A few slices of fresh ginger, a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a bit of black pepper to help your body absorb the curcumin better, and steep it in hot water for about 10 minutes. She drank it every morning while reading the newspaper. Less than 2 weeks later, she called and said, "I don't know how, but climbing stairs feels much lighter in the mornings now." And I feel warm all day. No more cold hands and feet. The great thing about ginger turmeric tea is that it doesn't just reduce inflammation and improve blood circulation. It also gives you a kind of gentle, long-lasting energy. Unlike coffee, which makes you alert quickly but can lead to crashes, ginger helps your body convert food into steady fuel. You'll find yourself less exhausted in the afternoon, and you might even feel like going for a walk or doing a few stretches. When you drink this tea, you'll start to notice the difference. At first, it might just be that your knees don't feel so stiff in the morning. Then, when you're shopping or cleaning the house, you realize you can move faster without needing as many breaks. And gradually, that feeling of your legs being as heavy as lead starts to fade, replaced by something lighter and more flexible. I always tell people, ginger turmeric tea is like a trustworthy companion. It doesn't give you an instant jolt, but it quietly does its job, reducing inflammation, improving circulation, nourishing your muscles, so that one morning, you suddenly notice you're walking faster, standing steadier, and your body feels like it's coming back to life. Making this tea is super easy. You just need 3 to 4 slices of fresh ginger or a teaspoon of ground ginger, a teaspoon of turmeric powder or a few slices of fresh turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, and about 300 milliliters of water. Boil the water, add the ginger and turmeric, lower the heat and simmer for about 10 minutes. Add the black pepper, stir well, strain it into a cup, and if you want to make it more pleasant, you can add a bit of honey or a few drops of lemon. I recommend drinking it in the morning when your stomach is still light and your body is ready to absorb all these good nutrients. The important thing is to be consistent. 1 or 2 cups won't bring big results, but if you keep it up every day, after a few weeks, your body will respond. You'll find that not only are you walking more comfortably, but your mood is also lighter because you know you're actively taking care of your body in the most natural and safest way. And remember, when you combine ginger turmeric tea with ashwagandha, which I shared earlier, you're helping your body recover better at night and reduce inflammation and improve circulation during the day. That's a strong foundation for your legs to not only be healthier, but also to move more freely every single day. Part 3. Ginseng Green Tea. You know, I purposely saved ginseng green tea for last, not because it's any less important than the first 2, but because I wanted you to see the full picture. When you've already improved your recovery during sleep with ashwagandha, and when you've reduced inflammation, improved circulation, and kept your muscles flexible with ginger turmeric tea, the next step is maintaining energy, alertness, and endurance throughout the day. And here, green tea combined with ginseng is the best choice. Ginseng has long been regarded as a kind of miracle remedy in Eastern medicine, and that's not just a myth. It's an adaptogen, which means it helps your body self-regulate and return to balance, whether you're tired or stressed. When it comes to your legs, ginseng has a very special strength. It helps muscles use oxygen more efficiently. When your muscles get enough oxygen, you'll find yourself walking longer, climbing stairs more easily, and no longer getting out of breath as quickly. I often compare ginseng to a backup fuel tank. When your main energy is running low, it quietly refuels you so you don't stall out halfway. In green tea, I'm sure you've already heard a lot about its antioxidant benefits. It contains catechins, compounds that act like a maintenance crew for your muscles and joints, sweeping away harmful free radicals and slowing down the aging process. But what I love most about green tea is how it gives you energy. Unlike coffee, which gives you a spike and then leaves you crashing, green tea, thanks to its L-theanine, gives you calm, steady alertness that lasts for hours. You feel mentally sharp, and your body has just enough fuel to keep working and moving without feeling drained. When you combine ginseng with green tea, you get a really special synergy. Ginseng gives your muscles the stamina to handle longer activity, while green tea keeps your mind focused and your mood uplifted. And you know what? That uplifted mood is exactly the thing that motivates you to move more. And the more you move, the more your muscles get worked, and then they get stronger. I remember a customer of mine. His name is Mr. Dung. He's 66. He told me, "I used to walk around the lake every day, but lately I can't even make it halfway without getting exhausted." I told him to try drinking a cup of ginseng green tea in the morning before going out to exercise. 2 weeks later, he came back smiling. "Now I can walk the whole lake twice and still have energy to do chores at home. And my mind feels clearer too, not as sluggish as before." And Mr. Dung's story isn't unique. A lot of people who stick to this habit feel the same kind of change. Not a sudden burst, but a quiet, steady improvement that builds day by day. Making ginseng green tea is really simple. You just need 1 green tea bag or a teaspoon of loose green tea leaves, plus 2 to 3 slices of fresh ginseng, or about a quarter teaspoon of ginseng powder. First, steep the green tea in hot water, around 80 degrees Celsius, for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then add the ginseng and steep for another 5 minutes or so. If you want to make it easier to drink, you can add a bit of honey or a few drops of lemon. I recommend drinking it in the morning or early afternoon, just enough to keep you alert and energized. I only have one note. If you're sensitive to caffeine, avoid drinking it too late in the evening, because it might make it harder to sleep. The one thing I want you to remember is, ginseng green tea isn't an energy drink. It won't make you run like you did in your 20s. It's more like a patient companion, quietly supporting you throughout the day. And when you combine it with ashwagandha to recover at night, and ginger turmeric tea to reduce inflammation and improve circulation, you get a perfect trio to take care of your legs. Better sleep, less pain, and full of energy every day. If you stick with it, after just a few weeks, you'll start to realize you're no longer afraid of long walks, no longer dreading stairs, and maybe even looking forward to walks or activities you used to skip because you thought, I don't have the energy anymore. And you'll understand that sometimes the biggest changes come from the smallest habits, like a cup of tea in the morning. So we've now gone through 3 special teas, each with its own unique power, but when combined, they create a solid foundation for your legs. Ashwagandha root tea helps your body recover while you sleep, eases stress, balances hormones, and nourishes the muscle fibers that have worn down over time. Ginger turmeric tea is like a golden warrior, quietly putting out the flames of inflammation from within, opening the path for blood and nutrients to flow down to your legs, while giving you gentle, lasting energy. And finally, there's ginseng green tea, your morning companion that awakens both body and mind, helping you stay steady and full of vitality all day long. You don't need to start with all 3 right away. Just pick the one that feels easiest for you to begin with, and then gradually add the other 2 into your daily routine. It only takes a few minutes each day to make a cup of tea, but the benefits will build up day by day, week by week. And before you know it, you'll find yourself walking more lightly, climbing stairs without needing to rest, and enjoying your daily walks without that familiar, nagging fatigue. I truly believe that after 60, our goal isn't just to live longer. It's to live healthier, to live actively, and to live happily. These 3 teas aren't magic, but they are loyal companions, helping you maintain strong legs, a sharp mind, and joy in every step you take. If you found this video helpful, please click like to support Senior Vitality now, so we can keep sharing more health tips like this. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I post new videos. And if you have a loved one or friend who's also looking to improve their leg strength and muscle health, please share this video with them. This might be exactly what they need to begin their journey. I'd also love to hear your story. Which tea will you try first? Leave a comment below and share your experience after a few weeks, so our Senior Vitality Now community can learn from and inspire each other. You deserve to walk with confidence, strength, and joy in every moment of life. And that journey can begin with the very first cup of tea you sip today.